Hey traders, and welcome back to a brand new video on the YouTube channel. And this is going to be talking about the best free ICT indicators that you can currently use inside of TradingView. These indicators over the last few years have made me over $300,000 in profit. So today I'm going to show you my exact experience with them and how to use them correctly. The majority of indicators are lagging and don't work. But what these indicators will do for you is half of ICT strategy, but they'll put them automatically on your chart. So the time is decreased between you taking a trade and you also doing your analysis. So let's jump straight into the first indicator. I am leaving the best indicator till the last one. So jumping into the chart, we have our prior day high and our prior day low indicator. And this can be found inside of your TradingView tab in indicators, and then you just simply want to search what I have to the left of my screen, prior day high and prior day level. So as you can tell by the name of this screen, all it is doing is marking out our prior day highs and our prior day lows of the previous day's candle. And we know as ICT traders that this is very important for our trading, because what usually happens after we take out a prior day high or a prior day low, when I mark this on my screen, you can see that we have this prior day low across from here. So what this indicator does, it marks out our prior day low. We then see price trade through our prior day low, and then we see a trade opportunity inside of New York session for a long position. So without this indicator, you may struggle to have found that this was the prior day low, but this indicator is going to indicate to you that we have taken it at the start of London session inside of London, and then New York, we can take a buy trade just simply knowing that we've took some high resistance liquidity. It also marks on our previous day's highs. So we have Thursday's highs. So potentially next week, we could trade back into that, or potentially come and trade back into the prior day low from Friday. So that is the importance of the prior day high and prior day low indicator. And that is only number one. We do in fact have two more indicators, which we're going to run through now. Moving that indicator off the chart, our next one is we have FVG by nephew Sam. What this indicator is going to do for you is mark out all of your fair value gaps, so you will never have to use the rectangle tool again inside of your trader. So again, it's going to make it way more efficient when you come to analyze the markets and just make your life a hell of a lot easier. So inside of this, you can change multiple settings. You can choose which time frame you're going to be trading on. I personally just have it on the 15-minute, just simply because that's my entries and where I take a lot of my trades from. I don't really need to see it on the 4-hour and the daily, as I've noticed them quite easily when I'm looking at my daily bias. But I simply just have it on the 15-minute chart. You can change your styles and your visibility. I personally have bearish as red and then bullish as blue. And as you can see, this indicator helps you out massively. So for example, we have this fair value gap across from here. What does price do? We reach into the fair value gap marked out by our indicator, and then we sell off in price. We then have another bearish fair value gap up here. Price comes in and we sell off in price. So as you can see, this fair value gap indicator is going to do all of the heavy lifting when it comes to marking out your fair value gaps and point of interest. So potentially now on Friday, we could take out this low down here, just simply knowing where order flow is going in the market. So this is absolutely one of my favorite indicators and is great for beginner ICT traders who are still finding it hard to mark out fair value gaps on their chart or really understand what a fair value gap is. So that is my number 2 choice for ICT indicators, and it is fair value gap by nephew Sam. Moving on, we have the final indicator, and this indicator is what I've used now for about 3 to 4 years. And I've spoken to all of my private students, and every single one of them takes advantage of this indicator just because it has everything. And that is going to be our ICT everything indicator. This indicator is pretty much going to be your Asian session highs and lows, your Asian range, your weekly open, and your midnight open, which are all key indicators inside of trading ICT strategies. And this is going to combine all of this and make it all into one indicator. So you never have to mark on these things again in your trading. Regarding settings for this indicator, I have kind of navigated my settings to ensure my trading's spot on regarding entries and timings. You can copy them if you like to, but some of them have more detailed stuff for my entry models using the CLS secrets, so on and so forth. but these are just the basic settings I have. Obviously, you always want to follow your UTC New York local time. So if it's -5, sometimes it is if it's daylight saving hour, and sometimes it's -4. Currently it's -4, hence why I have -4 on. I then have my sessions. So these are my entry points regarding CLS. If you do want to see a video of that, I will link that somewhere on the screen now. We then have vertical lines. I personally don't like to have these on because it will actually cover up wicks that are actually very important to be able to see. So I don't have vertical lines on. I do have my midnight opening line on. As we know, if we train above the midnight opening line at the start of New York, most likely we will sell off in New York and vice versa. So very important to have that on your chart. And weekly, this will act as an anchor for your whole week's worth of price action and trading ranges. We then have Asia session and CPDR, which is basically just going to show you and signify the highs and lows of Asia session. So if you are a London trader, this is very key for your trading, and also very key if you're trading in New York too. Standard deviation lines, you can turn these on. I personally don't use these often. And then day of the week labels, have these on too if you struggle to mark out your day of the weeks. But personally, I like my prior day low and prior day high indicator that indicates all lows and all highs for me. Anyway, other than that, ICT everything has got to be the top indicator for ICT traders inside of 20, closely followed by the prior day low and prior day high, and then finally the FVG if you are a beginner ICT trader. If you have enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, make sure to drop the video a like and subscribe. All my links are in the description, and I'll catch you all in the next video.